Well, hello everyone. Before we get started with today, I just wanted to stop in and say I'm just amazed. I'm so thankful. We hit 500 subscribers last week, and that is that is incredible to me. And I just have to say thank you from the bottom of my heart so much for connecting with the work that I'm doing and hanging out and spending your time with me. So anyway, all this to say, thank you so much. Here's to the next 500. And yeah. I hope you enjoy the episode. Well, welcome back. My name is Sam or Erfaren, and today we are going to solve a problem that has been plaguing us for far too long, and all I need to do is fly up to show it. This whole area is just a massive mob spawner, and we are like always fighting off mobs. And yeah, so we're just gonna finally take care of that. And I kind of want to try something I've never tried before, which is Froglights. So today we are going to put together a Froglight farm. And actually, I was going to do a little, collecting materials montage, but I went and was sorting away my stuff from building that building. And I had everything that I needed for this. So we actually have everything we need materials wise for this. But what we do need to collect are our frogs. So to get today's episode started, we are going to head off all the way out to the mangrove swamp to find some frogs, and then we're going to collect, I think probably 6 frogs will be enough. And then from there, I guess we profit. So without further ado, I say let's pack this up and head on over to the mangrove swamp, which I believe is that way, if I remember right. There's one this way, and I think there's another one way that way, but we're going to go to this one, I think. And if you don't know how Froglights work, essentially what you need frogs to kill the tiny magma cubes, and then they just drop Froglights. It's like they eat the magma cream, they drop the Froglights, and it's just done. So that's why we need the frogs for this, and also why they're called Froglights. But then we kind of have to do the more complicated thing of building an actual kind of magma cube spawning area for the frogs to eat them from. Okay, well, that was a bust. I absolutely cannot find the one over here. So I'm going to go to the one that's down past the desert, which in all honesty, we probably should have gone to first, because that was definitely the one we actually knew the location of. This one we'd just flown over before. So let's head that way, and then we'll get our frogs, and we can actually start working on getting all this put together. There it is. Yeah, we definitely should have just came this way to begin with. But let's drop down in here and try and find ourselves some frogs. And then we can get them bred up. And actually, I think I've got some slime in here. Yeah, okay. So you breed frogs with slime balls. So that's why we need to have the slime in hand. But let's, I guess, do some, for lack of a better word, let's do some hopping around to find some frogs. Also, if I didn't mention this already, we are going to die a lot this episode and likely lose a lot of our things while we're doing this. Just given the fact that, oh, hey, look, a frog. 2 frogs. Just given the fact that it is all being done in the nether over lava. There's very little we could probably do to survive without injury. Yay. Okay. So now they're going to go. What we need to do in preparation is grab a bucket, and then we can pick up the tadpoles once they spawn. And actually we might want another bucket or 2 to pick up more than just 1 tadpole. Okay. So one of them's got to go to the water. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now it'll take 10-ish minutes for this to spawn. So I suppose now we just wait. While we wait, just in case we don't get a full set of 4, maybe we'll get these guys to just set another one. What I'm thinking is, so we only need 4 here, and we've got a set of warm ones here, which will give us, I believe, the ochre Froglights, which are the kind of the white colored ones. But then we need to spawn 2 in a temperate biome. So I'm thinking over by the village, and then 2 in the cold biome, which we've got that whole like frozen area. So we should have enough for all of them, but I want to make sure that we actually get 4. And if we get 4 from here, then great, we're already handled. But if we don't, then that's where this next grouping is going to come in and help us. But we're still watching this first grouping to see if that's actually going to spawn any so that we can just get on with the rest of this. Also, I've got to say, and maybe I'm going to jinx myself, nothing has spawned around me this entire night. Like I was hiding in this tree thinking I needed to hide from mobs, and nothing has shown up. So that's, I can't complain too much about that. Oh, 4 hits. Oh, actually, I think that's 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we only need, cool. I didn't know you got an achievement for that. We only need 4, but that worked out perfectly. And we'll know, I mean, there's this little pool right here. So we'll know that this is here in the future, and we'll come back for these two when it's actually when the sun's coming up. This is perfect. Okay, well, with this all set, we'll leave these two for now. We'll come back once we're actually ready to move some frogs over. But let's go ahead and fly on back over to, I think we'll go to the village to drop off 2, and then we'll go up to one of the ice biomes to drop off the other 2. And then we'll let them grow up and we should have all of our frogs. So because this is a plains biome, this should give us the temperate frogs. And I think if we just do, oh, maybe we go one more down. I don't know how high they can jump, and I don't want them to like jump on out. So we'll put them both down here. So if we do that one there, and then that one with him. So now we got 2 frogs in there, and we will, I don't know, let's put some lights around it so we don't forget they're right here. There we go. This is where our frogs will be here in the temperate biome. And I suppose we should probably wait for them to grow up here before we run over to the cold biome, which honestly, maybe we could go up there. I'm not sure, but at least we should probably wait around these ones just for a little while so that we know that they've grown, and then we can go grab the other ones. And now we've got our little froggy guys. There they are. So these, I believe, are now the temperate frogs. We've got the warm frogs, like I said, that are still over there that we'll go grab later. But now we're going to head to this mountain right behind my head and wait another 10-ish minutes. Honestly, that was like a day has passed in between me recording that last part and now in real life, but like probably 30 minutes of me just standing around. And I swear Minecraft Wiki says that only takes about 10 minutes. So I don't know, maybe I was doing something wrong, but we got our little froggy guys. Now we're going to go up there and we're going to go and drop in the others and do the exact same. So let's head up there and hopefully those guys right there are going to be just fine. So the cold frogs, they will spawn here in Jagged Peaks, and I believe, if I'm right, this is a Jagged Peak. Grove and Jagged Peak, right here. So I think we should be fine. Also, there's a little foxy guy. Let's go ahead and dig down and hope that nothing breaks while we're doing this. Okay. 1 frog, 2 frog, and now we wait. And also, I'm going to build up around this because once again I don't want to risk our frogs getting out, and I don't know how high they can jump. So we'll put, what? Oh, they froze to death. No, my poor froggy guys. I didn't put up enough light. Oh no, I was just going to grab a light. Okay, well, let's go get some more. Oh, that's so sad. Let's go get some more. We will put in a light right there, which should melt that. Yeah, I know, Mr. Sheep. I know, that was embarrassing. Oh, that's so tragic, my little froggy guys. Okay, let's try that again. Back over to the mangrove swamp, where we'll grab some more of the tadpoles, and then we'll come back and we'll try that again. Maybe I'm just bad at this game, but I didn't even think about the fact that my little tadpoles could like get trapped in a block of ice. Oh gosh, I feel so silly, but whatever. We will, like I said, head on back over the mangrove swamp. We'll grab 2 more tadpoles and we will try that again now that we actually have something in place to keep the ice from forming. Okay, well, it appears there's only 1 left here right now. I don't know where the others, or maybe there was just 1 left in that group. So we do have to wait for this one to go, but we do at least have 1 ready. So I will now sit here and again wait for these to spawn. Okay, with that, we got our little tadpole guys, and I'm gonna grab, honestly, a few of them just in case anything bad happens again. There we go. Now we got another 4. And then I did also, in that downtime, I went over here and I captured our 2 little frogs. So we know where they are when the time comes. But with that handled, I'm going to head right on back. We should probably go right here. Back on over to the cold area. But before I do that, let's maybe place a light or something here so we remember where these frogs are in the future. You can't place a torch on these? That's so strange. Okay. Go right here then. Okay. That way when we're flying over, we know exactly where to go. Let's try this again, why don't we? Please don't freeze to death again. Please, please don't freeze to death. And now we got our little froggy guys. You can see that piece of wood. Originally, I had a little shelter around myself because I may or may not have accidentally gotten blown up by a creeper. But anyway, little froggy guys are here. So now that we've got all of them here, and we've got the ones over there and the ones all the way out there. Hello. I really think what's next is to go to the Nether and actually start getting this built. So without further ado, let's head on back to base and we'll head to the Nether. However, before we go to the Nether, we need some fire resist potions. And if I'm not mistaken, I actually think we still have some somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we've got 3 fire resist. I might want more. So maybe we make just a few more here. Let's grab some water. And then we'll get 3 more made. I really don't want to run out of fire resist. That would really stink. Okay, you're done. We need this. And I think magma cream and redstone, I think, makes duration. Let's do it all together. Okay. To start, we got to make our awkward potion. So we use nether wart for that. And then with the awkward potion made, I think next is magma cream. There we go. And then I believe to make it duration, we throw redstone. Yeah. To make it duration, a longer duration, we go ahead and throw redstone dust on top of it, and that'll give us 8-minute duration. And then with these last 3 fire resist potions, that now gives us what, 48 full minutes of fire resistance. So hopefully that is more than enough for us there in the Nether. So that's great. I'm going to put these back in my offhand. We'll put those there. And let's leave our tadpoles just somewhere we don't forget about them, just in case we should tragically need to get more tadpoles. And I've got obsidian to make us some portals. So normally the way to make, oh, actually, hold on, before we do this, just about went without our most important thing. We need a gold helmet. Throw that on, and we should probably put our other helmet in a safe place so that in the event that we burn and die, we don't lose our netherite helmet, because that would just be the worst. So let's run up here, drop this in here. I'll probably leave the fortune behind as well. And gold's got its proper place. Okay. Whew. Well, I suppose now we are ready to actually head into the Nether. So typically, when somebody builds a Froglight farm, it's built on the nether roof above a nether wastes biome. However, another way to do it, which we're going to have to avoid making eye contact with an enderman, because I almost did. Another way to do it is to find yourself one of the treasure bastions, aka this one right here, where inside there is actually a magma cube spawner. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we took out all of the piglin brutes, so we shouldn't have to worry about fighting any of the brutes. But the nice thing is, in the event that we do run into, oh, well, speak and they will come. The nice thing is, if we do run into any of them, once you kill piglin brutes, they don't ever respawn. So all we need to do is just take out a few of them. But first we got to work our way down to the bottom, and I can't remember how we did this in the past. I think maybe I made a little entryway down here somewhere. Let's glide down here and take a look. Well, I swore I'd been here before. Maybe we haven't actually been into this one yet. Well, I suppose there's no time like the present. I thought we'd been in here, so we might This might be our first time in. If it is, we do have a couple piglin brutes we're going to have to take out. But if it isn't, then it should be relatively simple. So right over there on that side, or maybe it's right here. Let's take a look. Now, okay, so there on the other side is where the magma cubes will be. So we got to walk over there and hope that the last time we were here, we weren't dumb and we didn't destroy this thing. Because if we destroyed it, that kind of throws a wrench in the plan. Okay, we didn't destroy it, which is great. However, that does mean we need to get up on top of there so that we can decommission the magma cube spawner and not have to worry about any of them spawning while we're getting this built. And let's just keep an eye out again for any brutes. I think we're good, but can never be too sure. So something I actually saw in a Reddit post recently, I believe the person who posted its name is Swaagopotamus, which is an awesome name, was that you can actually decommission these spawners while building a farm above them. So what we're gonna do is just that. And what I need is my little project box. They're all mad at me for opening my own chest. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, what I need is not this box. This is the wrong box. We need this. Okay, apparently it's illegal to open your own boxes here, so that's good to know. But we need this glass. We need some dirt. We'll drop this back. And just for safety, I feel like somebody's drawing a bow at me right now. Well, they're all very mad at me. Anyway, what we need to do is build a little thing right around the outside of this spawner. So we're going to destroy this, place a dirt, or I guess a glass here, and then we'll grab our actual dirt, which is the what I was looking for there a second ago, and we are going to build in 2 blocks in every direction. We're going to build off 2, like so, and we're going to hope that nobody is still mad at us and wanting to knock us off the edge. And then at the end of these 2 blocks, we're going to place more glass, just like this. And effectively how this works is that every time a magma cube spawns, the game is actually looking for space to spawn a large magma cube, and then the size is actually determined after the cube is spawned in. And so if we go ahead and block this, a large magma cube needs a 3x2 space to spawn, but we're only giving everything this 2x2 space to spawn, which effectively makes it impossible for a magma cube to spawn. So by going around like this, we'll still have the magma cubes that are already in. We'll still have them lying around, but we won't have any new ones spawning in, and that gives us the opportunity to take out these ones without risking spawning in any new ones. So fun fact, if you're ever doing this, you just need to make a grid that has glass blocks placed 2x2 away from each other. So it would be every 3rd block you'd place a glass, and you only have to do it this large. So if we take out all of these guys now, we should be good to get the rest of this going. Oh, and that's all of my arrows. Of course it is. Okay. Well, let's go ahead. We got to break this area down anyway, so we can start mining this down. The space that we are going to build in is a 5x5 block on the inside. So we're going to need, what is that, a 7x7 space actually blocked off to have. So if we clear out this, I believe it goes in here to the 2nd layer. And then we're able to just get the rest built up. And while we're sitting here figuring this out, it might be a great time to take one of our fire resistance potions so that in the event that we fall off, we are safe. Let's also go ahead and grab something that we've had for a long time that we always forget about. That's right, our totem of undying, which I always forget that I have. So now we got this. We're also maybe gonna leave the elytra in here. I didn't think about that, but they're not helping us at all. So let's grab our actual armor, take the elytra off, and drop this in here. And yes, we're just continuing to make everybody upset. Sorry, all of you, but there we go. Okay, so with this all set, like I said, what we need to do now is grab our project box back out, and we'll set it, I don't know, probably, we can just set it right here. This is an easy enough place to get to. So it's gonna go from the center right here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then it'll go 4, and then 5 will be this one, which of course I've put the project box right there. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is where the actual wall will be. So if we just start patching off this whole area right here, we'll be able to start building. So that's where the wall is going to be on this side. And then we'll do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the 6th block, we'll go ahead and build our wall. Again, just framing this out for everyone to see. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that will be 5 here against this wall. So we'll need to clear this whole area out as well. And then finally, we'll do this side, which again, you guessed it, it's gonna be 5 out. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 6 is where we will actually build the wall. So now, I guess the rest of the process is just to go ahead and get all of these walls filled in, and then I will tag back in as we get the rest of the build done. So enjoy a brief little time lapse. Well, with this all done, we're gonna leave these here for now, so we're not getting anything spawned. It's time for us to go and grab our frogs. You'll notice I actually made this far taller than it needed to be. It really doesn't need to be this tall, but I don't know, I wanted it to look more symmetrical all around. So that's why that's this tall. But then in here, this is where our frogs are gonna go. And then this snow block right here is what's actually gonna break down the magma cubes so that then the frogs can eat them. Because magma cubes actually don't hurt frogs. So essentially, they'll just be able to sit down there. The frogs will be just fine. The magma cubes will break down. And then once they get to their smallest size, the frogs will be able to eat them. And out will come the froglights. Now, it's not the most efficient farm. Doing this on the nether roof would definitely be the most efficient way to do it, but it's a good way to do it in a small scale. And honestly, we don't need anything huge. So I'm happy with this, but we need to go collect our 6 frogs now. And then you'll notice we use the crimson stem wood everywhere because it won't burn. Everything else originally had actually started with spruce and it all burned. So that is why we are using crimson stem. But yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's head out into the overworld and collect our frogs. Oh, and also in that time, I did also make this nether portal that connects up exactly where it needs to in the overworld, because when I first did it, we were all the way down at the bottom of a cave, and I didn't want to deal with that. So now we're here. We should definitely put a light of some sort here so we don't run into any unfortunate experiences with creepers. Put that back. And now we can head out, grab our frogs, bring them here, and then bring them all back into there. So I'm going to go ahead and start with these 2 because I feel like they're likely going to be the easiest ones. I actually have no clue whether or not I can do this trick with 2 boats. So we're gonna test this out as a team and hope that this works. So once we've got up here, I believe now we just glide and hope that they stick around, and it looks like they are so far. So we'll keep this just straight angle. We lost one of them, so we're gonna have to come back, but as long as we can hold on to the one, we'll be okay. Ugh. So sad. I thought we could go ahead and manage holding on to both of them. But here we are bringing this one all the way down. We'll need to land this pretty well. The nice thing is I can just put them on a lead and pull them the rest of the way once we're here, but I got to get them here first. Okay. Perfect. There is one frog in place. Let's go back for our other one. He was trying to hide from me. I just saw him. There he is. Okay, I was like, I swore I just saw him. Right over here. Thank goodness frogs do not take fall damage. Also, we dropped our lead from earlier. There we go. Okay, let's try this again from right here. Okay, here we go. So we'll start by soaring. We'll soar to the water just in case. And then we'll do a pull on this, and we should be good. Okay. So as long as we keep it over the water, I think we're going to be just fine, even if we drop him. And I don't know why it didn't work the first time, but hey, at least we've got it working right now, so can't complain. Right, and now we'll do the exact same thing. Drop our little froggy guy here, right next to this. That should be just fine, even if he's there in the water. Okay, now time to go pick up all that scaffolding and do that 4 more times. And boom, there we go. That's all of our frogs. So let's grab this. Now what we need to do is release all of them and put them all on leads again. So let's just do this one by one, and then I say it's time to take them through to the other side. And hopefully they stay with us, so it's nice and easy. Come along, frogs. We've got some work to do, guys. Maybe I need to give them a little step. There we go. Let's go this way. Okay, we got 2 out of 3. We've lost a frog. Don't know where our frog went. We're missing a frog. Must have gone through the portal already on accident. Oh no. Okay, let's get these 2 through the portal, I suppose, as well then. Come to me, please. Okay, I think that's one of them through. Yes, it is. Okay. And this one, you're going to come around this way. Come on. And go on through the portal. There we go. Okay, let's go and make sure we've got all these frogs actually set here. And then we'll bring out this last one. Okay, whew. I was a little scared there that I had lost a few of my frogs. Okay. So we got... Oh, well, one of them just went back through. That's not helpful. All right, little guy, you're going to come with me. Let's take all of you 4, into here, please. Sweet. So there's a bunch of them ready, and then let's go grab the last 2. All right, come here, little froggy guys. I got one of you there, and one of you is trying to hide from me. There we go. All right. Let's walk our way over here. Drop them both in as well. Come on, there we go. And then maybe I can do this an easier way and just take those off like that. Perfect. Oh, no. You do not get to jump up like that. I thought this was tall enough. Maybe it's not. Okay, well, regardless. Time to break all these so that our little slimy guys can start spawning. And now they should head this way towards the frogs. And we need to actually get this back up and fill in our wall, or else we're going to have some company that we don't want. There we go. If this works as planned, they're going to drop down there. You're going to see they can't get out, and he's going to start freezing, just like this, and break into a smaller version of himself that will then break even further. And then once all of these ones have broken into the smallest bits, you'll see our frogs actually start eating these guys. So now we just watch as the frogs get to work. They're going to clear out all of these. Oh, hey there, big guys. They're going to clear out all of these, and then pop on down here. You'll see we've already got some Froglights. Oh my goodness. This is exciting. Okay. Wow, I didn't think it was going to work that fast. Holy buckets. Okay. Well, I suppose I'm just going to sit here for a minute and let this fill up, but that is how this farm works. Now, it does work based entirely off of me standing here, so I have to pull the aggro from all of these guys as they jump over here, and then the frogs will get it. But that makes it a really nice little easy AFK thing for me. And yeah, so I'm really happy about this. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, but this design is from Blazed MC, who I found this, and I just kind of adjusted it a little bit to fit more of my needs, but the basic design came from Blazed MC. So definitely go check out that video if you'd like to see how to build this yourself. But yeah, so here's this. I'm going to stand here for a little while, and then I will come back when we have got a bunch of Froglights. Well, we are running back to the nether now because somehow, while I was AFKing and letting the magma cube, or the Froglights fill up. I was killed by a magma cube. So we're doing a bit of a run back to the nether to find our way back in. I don't know how that happened. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, we actually have to go find that other portal. So let's... Oh, goodness. Let's actually go back to base and take that portal down. Yeah, I was away from my computer. I have no clue what happened. And then instinctively, obviously, clicked go. So I don't even have footage of me being dead. But I have no clue how long I was gone. So hopefully our stuff is still there and hasn't despawned. But I suppose we're going to find out together. So let's grab anything. The problem is I literally had, like, you'll see, everything but my netherite helmet and things were in there. So fingers crossed. I hope things are fine. Let's grab one of these and one of these. We'll take one of the ones that hasn't been messed with yet. Okay, let's go see what we can find. Yikes. I knew I was gonna die. I knew things were going too well. I knew it was gonna happen, but let's go here and let's take a look. And this will also be a good time to actually check in on the progress of the farm as well. Hopefully our stuff is still here. Oh, I'd be so sad if not. Oh, okay, thank goodness. So it must have been recent enough. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Well, let's put this away. And we'll throw back on the actual stuff. I have no clue how I died. One of them must have just been able to jump up here and then got through somehow, but I didn't have any clue that that was possible. So just stunned by that. But hey, I am glad all of our stuff is still here. That's fantastic. We'll just break this, put that away. And let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. Okay, I did know this. I'm not going to act too shocked by this because I came down and expanded this, but that still is just insane to look at. I've been waiting to see if we can get more magma creams to fill this up. Oh, speaking of, we've got that all there. So we just need a couple more magma creams, but this has really worked out all right for us, which is just fantastic. So we got to get 2 more down here. I really do want to have an extra stack of magma creams in here as well. So that's why this is all open, but I mean, talk about this farm working. It's only been a couple hours since I finished this. It's only been probably 2 or 3 hours. So this thing is really working wonders. This does make me lightly concerned about my frogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We got all of our frogs. So we're doing okay. I would have been pretty sad if we'd lost any frogs, but I just don't know how. They must have just jumped over this ledge and gotten in here. So maybe I need to change this to, maybe we do a slab here on the bottom, and that way they can still see me. Hopefully they can still see me. Maybe I have to do a slab on top. I feel like a slab on top would be too high though. Let's see. Let's change this out and just see if it still works. Oh, well, there that goes. Hopefully it's in here. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. And now we've got to start packing up this magma cream and moving it around too. So there we go. That's there. Now we can put a magma cream here. Take out this boat placeholder. And now I should be able to drop this chest back in. There we go. And I can do some fun little designs with this as I've been doing so far. And we'll do the same thing here. And the same thing here. And then once we get some more magma creams stocked up, they will also go right here. But for now, we'll at least let these fill in. That's pretty awesome. I can't complain about that. Let's put these. So I think here, well, maybe it's not too high. If they're still going to target me and jump towards me, that means this is working. My issue is I need it to be the smaller ones that are flying towards me as well. But it seems like everybody can still see me here. So let's try this as well and just see if this happens to work any better. Do I don't need like direct eye line with them, do I? I can just stand here and they'll just... Well, maybe we do this. Maybe this will work. It'd be fun if I could put those there too. It's just so strange that they were able to jump down to me. Or through this somehow. I still don't understand how that happened. But, as you can hear, the Froglight farm is working just fine. We can even take a quick peek while they're eating up all these little ones. Alright, they're doing their job. So, well done. This design is fantastic. Again, definitely be sure to check out Blazed MC's video about this. This farm is fantastic. It is doing far more than I even needed it to. So I am so happy I found this design. Now that we got these, I suppose the next thing to do is to grab some lights and go start lighting up our base so that we finally can clear out all of those mobs, because there's far too many and I'm done dealing with them. So let's grab ourselves a stack here. Maybe if we got any other, no new magma cubes back there yet. So maybe I'll just grab all of this and we'll just, I like the pearlescent ones the most. Oh, but maybe, you know what? Maybe since we're doing green, like we're going to be putting grass blocks over it, we may as well take the green ones, right? I think that's the way to do this. So let's grab these and head on back to the overworld. And then we'll throw some moss carpets on top of these and I think we'll be good to go. I'm so happy with this thing. I can't even begin to say how happy I am with this farm. It's so nice to have Froglights finally too. Okay, first things first, I need to see if I've just got some carpet lying around. I've got some here. We're definitely gonna want more than that though, and I'm gonna assume that's probably all that we have. So let's grab some moss, make a bunch of moss carpet. Yeah, that's probably gonna be enough. 264 stacks, basically. I'd say that's probably good. And now we head on over here, and we start lighting up this whole island. And probably a lot of the other places that we interact with regularly as well. Okay. So starting from here, I'm just gonna actually switch my shaders really quick, because one of the other shader packs that I use has a light levels thing to it. So if we turn on complementary reimagined here, and then we hold a lighting block, what you'll see are these yellow dots that show where there is and is not light. So if I go ahead and open F3, you'll see right here, light level of 1, light level of 1, light level of 1, and then light level of 0. And the light level of 0 is obviously what we are trying to avoid here. So let's go ahead, break this, place down our block, throw a carpet on top of it so it blends in a little bit, and then let's go find our next one, which I believe should be down here. So let's throw another one. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we'll actually throw it here in this corner so it's got some coverage to it, and then cover that up. And now this entire section of the coast is lit up, which is fantastic. So we'll do the same thing over here, where we'll just drop one of these lights, maybe... I don't know, maybe we'll just drop it in right here and throw carpet over the top, and boom, this entire section of coast is now spawn proofed. And now we just get to repeat this pretty much everywhere else. So let's jump up here, find another caved in area like that, throw the light back in our hand, and look at us go. So I guess now the job is to just replicate this and keep doing this all around. Now, with all of those lights placed, we can finally take a chance to look at it. I flew off a little bit so that when I flip the camera, we'll have a very nice view of all of the illuminated area. As you can see, I went all around. I didn't touch this area yet, which is maybe a silly choice, but we did everything in this village all the way around to the edge of the forest. And now we actually can safely walk around for the most part, which is fantastic. You'll notice from my level being level 1, I died like 2 more times. Once to another magma cube while AFKing over at the Froglight farm, and once literally right here because there was a thunderstorm and it spawned 3 skeletons on the horses, and they just murdered me while I was sitting here, so it was unfortunate. But we did get everything lit up, and we even did back here as well. So I mean, we now finally, oh, here's one of the horses that we got, which honestly maybe we throw a saddle and claim this one. But we did get everything illuminated. You'll see I got, for the most part, I put a light in every single one of the water sources. I didn't hear because I felt like that might be a little bit of overkill, but we do finally have everything illuminated, which is fantastic. And now we don't have to worry about mob spawning. I mean, look, we're looking around and there's nothing around us within the light zone, which is so great. I don't even know where mobs are spawning right now. Hold on. Let's go see if we can even find a mob spawning. Aha, there is a creeper right there. So you can kind of see like the edge of our safety zone really does end right here at the edge of the forest. And honestly, I might push it out a little more. I pushed it out a little bit over here to encompass this little area. Just because I don't know. I feel like it's right on the edge of the village. So I wanted to make sure that it was encompassed, but yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling happy that we got that done. It's definitely more of a tedious kind of quality of life task, but having it done, and also I replaced some of these over here, which was a recommendation that I got in our Discord channel. So thank you for the recommendation. But yeah, we finally have this lit up, so there's less lanterns lying around over here. And then some of the other places where we have lanterns just kind of strewn about, I'll probably go around and replace those with these as well. Lanterns that are, you know, part of the structures we'll keep. We're not going to change anything about that. You came from the woods. But yeah, so there we go. Now we've got all of this illuminated, and I am just feeling really happy that I can actually like safely walk around without fear of dying to a random mob. And that's just great. That's just great. But if you couldn't tell from the time lapse, placing all of these took so very long, like so long. So that is unfortunately all the time I have for today. But honestly, I feel like we did so much today. We built the Froglight farm. We came and we lit up everything here. I mean, seriously, this a whole lot more got done than I really anticipated. Also, is this a safe zone? This feels really dark. Hold on. It's gotta be. It must be. Wild. It just feels really, really dark, but I guess it is a safe zone. Anyway, all this to say, thank you so much for watching. If you're new or find yourself coming back, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon.